Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back. Meneer, mevrouw, monsieur,
We're not doing
madame.
this again. We're not doing this again.
It's part of the intro, fam.
Who approved that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't have anything, can I?
Well, you guys have taken most of the world. So at this point, do
You
whatever you
guys,
want.
who is you guys? I can't remember being part of the British Empire colonizing the world.
Are you not a man? Even International Women's Month for International Women's, we can't still have it.
Rah.
You're still telling us how to do the episode, how to start the episode, how to record, how
Sorry,
to.
you're the
But
one
you
actually telling me how to start the episode.
no, because I don't know, because this is a partnership, and I don't remember approving meneer, mevrouw, mademoiselle.
But it brings other people from the audience. It's relatable. So if you're Dutch speaking, if you're from Belgium or Holland, which I am from, it brings them in. If you're
So it
French, you
brings your
speak French,
people.
you speak French, it brings, French people in as well. So I don't understand. What do you mean my people?
Because okay, how about the languages that other people speak that our audiences speak that you're not catering to?
Yeah,
Like,
then Eka saw you didn't let me land. I would have gotten in there, fam. I would have added the Yoruba, I would have added the Benin. Yeah, fam. But you didn't let me land. If I say something now, they'll come and drag me on the internet as
I think you
per
need to start
it's
asking yourself why everything you say is draggable. You need to start evaluating like what you say, your utterances, and pray for wisdom.
wow. Wow. And pray for wisdom. So you're saying I lack wisdom.
I didn't say that.
No, but that's what you literally just insinuated though. See, that's
I
what
didn't.
women
I didn't
oh my
insinuate.
days,
Oh
that's
God.
what women do. You say one
So
thing,
no,
you
no, no,
insinuate, and then
no,
you're like,
no.
oh, but I
Okay,
didn't though.
so when you pray to God for provision, are you not already provided for?
Yeah, but I can be in lack
No.
and pray for provision though.
Okay, so when I say pray for wisdom, it's like pray for wisdom when you want to say something. Not that you're not wise when you speak.
Mm.
So yeah,
I
we're
want
not
more.
doing that. We're not doing that today.
See,
We're
this
not
is the
doing that
thing.
today.
Women are so good at like maybe not women. This is my particular friend. Our monozebo. All these ones that can speak good grammar and argue their point. Those of us that after the conversation happens, you not think, "Ah, I should have said that. Oh, I should have said that. Oh, I could have said that. But that's a camp I fall into. So right now I don't have a rebuttal. But people out there, you can be the judge of this situation. But before they say I mean, Van, how has your week been? Hope you've had a pleasant week. How you doing? And I meant that genuinely because next thing I to be like, oh, you said it in such a sarcastic tone.
All I need to know is there's someone on this podcast who is constantly having to explain the context behind what they're saying. So maybe you need to start asking yourself, am I being genuine? Is it coming across? Because every time you want to say something, it's disclaimer. Oh, by the way, before they say I'm saying this. Oh, by the way, before they come at me. Oh, by the way, before you guys drag me. This is what I mean. So when I say
Yeah,
wisdom
because
now,
in
they'll say,
wait, no.
oh,
Oh
we're
no, so
saying we're
the thing
dragging
about
it.
me giving context is not even just because of the dragon thing, it's also just because the way my brain works. I have to give context. You can't just say things and expect people to just understand. I don't. That's why I was discussing with a friend. One of the reasons I cannot do Twitter. People just tweet and there's no context, so I'm just left to assume stuff.
Mm.
So how do I know that I'm assuming right?
All right, fair enough.
Van, quick question. I think I've asked you before. How do you brush your teeth?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No, how do you brush your teeth?
Explain.
When you want to brush your teeth, how do you brush your teeth?
My position.
Your position.
Like when you say how do I brush my teeth, I brush my teeth. Like left to right. Like
You see, they asked me, how do I brush my teeth? You know what I said?
mhm.
I wake up in the morning. I first struggle to get out of bed. And then I make my way to the bathroom. And sometimes I either have to go to my desk first if I wake up late. And the person was like, no, Brandon, like, how do you brush your teeth? I was like, yeah, I'm telling you how I brush my teeth. So I continued. And they're like, Brandon, how do you brush your teeth. And I was so confused. I was like, I'm literally telling you. And they were like, yeah, exactly. You are somewhere on the spectrum because you brush your teeth like this. And then when I ask everybody, how do you brush your teeth? The first thing they think about is this. I have to explain the whole process so that you know how or why I got to the position of brushing my teeth.
Oh
So
my
me
god.
sometimes saying context is not just because I want to just say disclaimer.
So
It's
you're saying that you're neurodivergent, so we should
yeah,
allow
that's the
you.
thing. So this no, I'm not saying
Mm.
allow me. That's a whole different conversation. We also have to talk about that someday. But I'm just like, that's another thing. Um, It's becoming more and more confirmed. Apparently, I might even have dyslexia. That was the one that took me out. That was the one
I mean,
that
that one,
absolutely took me out.
I won't say I'm not surprised because and you know the funny thing is I'm gonna come back to this. God forbid you don't have dyslexia, but I mean to be honest, when you've sent me things, I'm like, you read it and read it right, but this is wrong. Like for the
So
first, do you know for the first few weeks of our podcast, you spell our podcast name wrong almost every time, and I would have to correct it, and I'd be like, no, that's not it. But you look at it and you think it's correct. But this is what I think, yeah. And this, I don't want. We'll come back to how my week went because I need to get this off my chest, yeah. Do you know that a lot of our parents are neurodivergent? And if you take a
ooh.
step back, you will give them more grace.
Mm.
If you take a step back and be like, yeah,
Yeah, there might be issues here. Yeah, my sister was like low-key diagnosing my parents, and she was like, I think we got it from our dad.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think also I think my mom has like I don't know if it's OCD, but my mom has to do things even till now after a lot of us have left home. My mom still cooks stew the same way, the same portion,
My mom is the same.
the same. And I'm
Let me
like,
like
I come home and rice has gone bad when I go visit because
because she
like there's
cooks too
nobody.
much.
But she's like,
That's she has to do it. Do you know what? Because let me tell you something. My mom, yeah, I watch her and I just started giving her grace. I'm like, yeah, this is not normal. Not like it's bad, but I'm like,
yeah,
no,
like
like
there's something more to it, and they just don't
there's
know.
something more to it. And I feel like a lot of our parents, like when you see the way they manage their money, or the way they manage their time, or the way they behave even doing house chores, you're like,
Mm.
like my mom cooks stew the same way. I would tell my mom, your stew is too spicy. Okay, honey, I'll reduce the spice. And then
And
she will
it's
cook it and it's just as spicy. She's like, what? I've removed it. I promise you I made it less spicy. So how many scotch bonnets did you use before? 12. How many do you use now? 11. I took one out. Sis.
yeah, like
Sis.
my mom is even like down to like if someone else is cooking and they don't do it the way she does it. Like,
It's still a
yeah,
problem.
the first time my sister was cooking stew, my mom was like just there, like towering. I said, like, you didn't put this. And my sister was like, I would do it. Like, just like, allow it. Like, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're just set in their ways. And I'm just like, since I watch my mom and I'm like, ah, you know, it's
mm,
very weird. But I'm telling you, if our parents were assessed today, you will find the ones with Asperger's. You will find the ones with dyslexia. You will find
right.
like that dyslexia one, and many of them are they're high on this like higher on the spectrum, but they're autistic because they can't switch. They don't know how to. They can't, and it's not
Mm,
like a lot of us say, "Oh, our parents are set in their ways." That is us trying to make it a bit
mm,
like
yeah,
politically correct.
correct to
Like they
say.
can't change
Because
their habits.
if you
Like
go
you
say
see,
to them and you use this terminology, if you go say to your Nigerian dad that, yeah, you might be autistic.
like my mom would even have it. Do you know one like people don't know this, but I struggle very, very much with anxiety. Like I've struggled for years since secondary
Mm,
school. Like especially performance anxiety. Yeah. And I unfortunately used to be, thank God for, healing and restoration. I used to be very, very prone to panic attacks, and like badly. Like I don't even look like the same person. And I remember one day, I had a panic attack, but for the first time I had a panic attack in front of my mom. My mom looked like I was naked wire
Wow.
and she was gonna get electrocuted if she touched me. She didn't know what
Oh.
to do. She just looked like she was so shell shocked. She just sat there, like, oh my God, what's happening? And then she was like, and then she started this monologue of, oh my God, is this my fault? Audibly, by the way, is this my fault? Did
They
I do
always
something
go through that.
wrong? But I was a good mother. I did
Oh
my
my
best.
days,
I
that
tried my
line,
best. Oh my God, what is this? And then I
that
just looked at her.
line, yeah.
When I calmed down, I looked at her and I said, I might need to see somebody for this.
Fam.
And she went, no, oh my God, no, you can't do that. It's got to go on your record. And you're going to be in the system. And it's going to go down in history that you suffer with a mental illness. I said, I
Bro.
need help. Does this, I said, do I look? By the way, to give you context, I was like 25, yeah? I was like, Mom, does this look normal to you? This happens at least once a month. Does this look normal to you? Does this look normal to you? She's like, yeah, but it's a stigma. It's gonna be a stain. And this is my field. I work in this field. I've seen people in the system. I said, sis, God.
I try to
Do you
remember,
understand
like,
that this is me when I'm writing exams. This is me when I'm waiting for results. This is me when I'm catering for an order. I've cooked jollof rice like 100 times and I still think it's gonna go wrong, even though I have my own recipe and I follow the recipe every time and it tastes the same every time. I believe that this is the one that's gonna go wrong. And
yeah.
so I feel like they and African parents need to stop. Okay, can I talk to our parents? Dear parents, yes, you did do a lot of things wrong, but we love you. But we want to get help. And us going to therapy doesn't mean you failed as a parent. It means we don't want to repeat a cycle. I'm trying to be kind, okay? We don't want to repeat a cycle of dysfunction, right?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
truth is, a lot of us, out of respect for you guys, we kept quiet, right? So you would talk to us any which way. We were basically your verbal punching bags, yeah? You would talk to us any which way, and we would take it out of respect. But it doesn't make it right. But what we don't want to do is do what you guys did, which is, well, that's how my mom did it. That's how my dad did it. No, we want to have children and make sure that we are healthy parents for our children.
Amen to that.
Because we want to do better. So my mom knows this, but yes, I have been in therapy. I am going back to therapy, and it's to undo a lot of the stuff that happened when I was growing up. Now, whether you choose to take responsibility for your part in it, I can't help you in that. But what I can say is, I need help. We all need help. And we're trying to find the help. And we're deciding to find the help with a therapist as opposed to inside a bottle or something sniffed through our nose or something else. Because everyone has their vices.
Well, lucky for me, my vice is food. So I'm safe.
Have you finished the food?
There's some chicken left. There is no turkey and snail that's finished.
How was it?
The turkey and snail were really nice. Turkey and snail were really nice. If you guys are wondering, Van gave me food from Pop and Chop. So go order from Pop and Chop, guys. Check them out. Really, really nice. Oh yeah, the ayamashe is finished. Ayamashe was nice. It was meat. I was looking for the sauce.
No, because that's the thing about ayamashe. If ayamashe is cold, it clumps.
Ah.
So if like I should show you a video of what your ayamashe looked like when it was warm. It was very, very saucy.
Yeah.
If
Because by the time
you
that's
if
why
you
I asked
warmed
you
the whole
if
bowl,
you kept it in the in the
Freezer.
freezer. Yeah.
So
So,
look, that was your ayamashi.
okay.
Can you
Yeah,
see?
fair enough.
It's because it was cold. If you warmed up the whole bowl, you would see how saucy it was. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, but it was really nice, and everyone who had from it, yeah, enjoyed it as well. So
love it. Love to see it.
yeah,
But you said food is your vice.
yeah. And I remember the first time someone was like, this might have been like 2017, 18,
Mm,
and there was like something going on in church, so they brought people to talk about like mental health. They were talking to like teenagers, young people, even
mm,
parents were there, and this lady was like, "Oh yeah, even if you're eating as a coping mechanism, it's bad." And I was like, "Wait, pause! Like, there's no way you're going to tell me eating food to feel better is a bad thing because I eat food." I feel better, then I don't feel sad anymore or bad anymore. So how is that bad? But apparently,
oh, that's
it's a
that.
thing.
That's the thing. Anything you do, like because I remember the other B when we're in uni. Yeah, I remember obviously because I stopped drinking alcohol, like stopped
Mm.
completely in uni, and then I didn't say I would drink alcohol to cope. It was just like it always felt nice, like nice after lectures. I would just open a bottle of wine after
After
my
lectures.
yeah in the evening.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just thought of one of those early morning lectures and then you went
Oh
back
my
home.
god,
I
no,
was like,
no.
wait,
In the
wait.
evening, I would open like a bottle of wine, and then I would
Uh-uh.
just have a glass of wine. Or I love beer. I love beer, especially with my dinner. I love beer, and I would
Beer.
just yeah,
You know I can't drink beer.
I really liked beer. I liked beer. I liked cider. But then I would drink, and then I'd be like, oh, this is nice, just relaxing. And then I stopped drinking, and then to replace that relaxed mode was food. And then in my
Oh.
second year, I started gaining weight. And then I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I stopped. This was like towards the end of second year. I stopped like eating like that. And then I was talking to the bee about like, oh, I need to stop eating as much because sometimes when I'm like annoyed or stressed, I'll just go to Big John's. I don't know if you remember Big John's. I'll go to
Mm.
Big John's and I just get like a peri peri like platter and I eat it. And then he went to me. He went, okay, you say you want to stop. So what are you going to replace it with? Ah!
And then that's when you clocked
I had replaced it with something else. That was a bigger
uh
problem. And I said, okay, we have a problem.
wait, which one is actually worse, alcohol or food? I don't think food is a bigger problem than
No, food
alcohol
is
though.
not a food is food. You know, the funny thing is people say food is not a bigger problem. The excessive consumption of unhealthy food, because no one is going to a salad when they're stressed, right? You're going to go
Mm.
stuff your face, yeah.
But
The
to be honest, I
issue
can't like
is
if I had a nice Caesar salad at home, I would throw that in there as well. Fam.
yeah, throw that in there.
Nice
That's not what you're
chicken.
going to. It's going to be a side. But what I'm saying is
Rice
exactly.
all day, ladies and gentlemen. Rice all
Mm.
day.
That's why I felt bad about the portion of rice I gave you because I felt like for an average person, it's a nice 4 liter. For someone like you, it's 2 meals.
Good.
But anyway, sorry. So, like when people eat food, especially unhealthy food, what they don't realize is that it's a slow burner. So you're not going to see the
Mm.
effects of it today, right? And also the problem with food is people only look at I think eating disorders. I'm not saying you have one, God forbid, but eating disorders when the person is really thin. But some people, they just eat. They just eat. Like
Yeah.
sometimes my mom will be like, Vanessa, you haven't eaten today. You're not hungry. I'm like, I'm not hungry. Because I had to start intuitive eating. I'm like, if I'm not hungry, why am I eating? Like it's yeah, like it's true. Like I'm not like I don't. For example, I would find myself eating a bowl of food. I'm full, and I'm looking for something. Like I just feel like I need to be chewing something. And I say to my friend, I just
Yeah.
feel like I need to be chewing something. I'm like, but it's a why now. But that's just me trying to just chew. But if I had to do it to cope, whoo, child, especially for someone who can cook. Mm,
I mean, the one you said about intuitive. Sometimes I just go to the kitchen. I know I'm not hungry. I
mm,
know,
mm.
but just throw a little rice and stew in
Does
there.
food make you sleepy?
And sometimes yeah,
That's why.
if I eat enough or just over enough, which a lot of time, by the time I drink the water, is just over enough. I consciously sometimes don't drink water so I can eat more.
Oh my God. See, that's a problem.
Right? So, and then gone.
Yeesh.
That happened to me like even the other day. I was like, oh, let me eat. I ate and I was like, I know I'm good, but I still wanted a bit more. So I took and then I did rice and egusi. Such a good combo. And then yeah, knocked out, fam. Knocked out. So
That's the
knocked at, at my desk.
you know people who do coke, people who drink alcohol, people who have sex to cope. That's what they look for. The
The
knockout
sleeping.
of the
Nah, if I want to sleep, if I'm facing trials and tribulation, I just go and sleep. If my master Jesus can sleep in
no,
the
but what
middle
I'm
of the
saying is
storm,
that a lot of them, what comes after that is blackout or okay, now I'm gonna go out of this
I feel like we're
situation.
making it sound
Yeah,
more
yeah, but
than
it's a
it
problem.
should be.
It's
Is it
it's a but
really?
it's a problem. You know, that's exercise is that for some people as well. Some people sleep in the gym. You know when you work out, there's a feeling you get of rest. I don't know if anyone else gets that, but there is a
I
feeling you get
don't get that.
like for me, gym is peaceful for me. I get the same as when I'm exercising. I get the same feeling as when I'm sleeping. Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
look
need to
I
know how
look
many
forward.
gym people actually. We'll put a poll up with this clip because how many gym people actually? What do so to
Yeah,
you feel
yeah,
relaxed
and it's not
working
like
out?
yeah, it's like I won't even say whilst working out. I think it's the feeling I get after. Like I feel very. I look. How do I say? I look forward to it, and that's why it's been like that for the past almost 4 months because obviously I took a break from the gym because I had surgery. But then I like I
Really?
look for I look forward to it because it just feels
That's
like
fascinating to
I
me.
don't know if it's due to like hormones or like your body, maybe your cardiovascular system trying like regulating itself. I don't know. There's just something about it that just makes me feel so good. Like when I'm at the gym, I look at the time. I say, okay, I can do another 10 minutes. Let me just push and do it. I just feel so calm. Yeah,
Hmm.
I like it. Like yeah, I'm actually I'm going to the gym after this, but I really I really
Okay,
enjoy it.
interesting. Well, me, I enjoy my the only effect of the food is that, and I'm saying thank God for providing people around me because there was one time I only had like £20 in my account and I was about to order food to feel better, and the Holy Spirit was like, so even in the midst of not having, you have not been disciplined enough not to use your money for. I was
So do
like,
you think food
okay,
is an idol then?
no problem. You see, you and Laulu, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a break from you guys for like 3 months. This
Why?
podcast, when we go on our summer break for this podcast, 3 months, two of you should not message me. Because why would you say that?
I asked the question. Like,
Why would you actually say that? Because now
because
I'm gonna
an
have to
idol
be
is something you
I'm
prioritize.
now I'm gonna have to be thinking about this and seeing if food is actually an idol. Then I will now have to fix it.
Yeah. Do you think it's something you need to fix?
I thought I had fixed it until you asked it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that. Thank you.
No, but B, you know what Apostle Joshua Selman said on
I
day
don't want to know what that
19
what
of
that
18 of
Bible.
Hallelujah Challenge.
I don't want to know what the man that put the whole Bible in his head during Hallelujah challenge. I was quoting it
You
left, right,
see,
back and forth.
between him, Nathaniel Bassey, and Pastor Jerry Eze, yeah, those people, yeah, they helped co-write the Bible. But let's not digress. You remember what he said about a new garment?
I don't even remember. Maybe I slept off in that part of the
He
Hallelujah
said,
challenge. What did he
we're
say?
in this season we're putting on a new garment. So all those habits you used to have, all those things you used to do, all those ideas, we're putting on new garments. So we're new. So we don't want to know Brandon as the guy who uses food to cope.
I'm better now, by the
We want
way.
to know Brandon as the guy who goes to God in prayer when he's stressed. The guy who goes to the gym when he's stressed to put that tension into
Gym,
the Smith's machine.
dead. So I'll be doing Stairmaster and
Yeah, get those
sweating.
glutes pumping. Get those glutes pumping. Ooh, ooh. Guys can have glutes, and guys, please.
Why do women? Quick question: why do women like men with yash?
Because it shows that you don't skip legs. Guys, come closer.
No, you guys literally be obsessed about, even the women who are straight be obsessed about women yansh and then love it
Have
when men have a little something
a
in the
nice
back.
bum is nice and it's good, like especially with one that's as a result of exercise, just looks some peachy. Anyway, a quick one for my guys. Come closer. We're not skipping leg day anymore.
Why have you been seeing skinny legs at the gym?
Guys, I promise you, that hack squat machine ain't gonna bite you. Use it. That leg press, you know that one? The leg curl,
Which kind of
the
motivational
leg
speaker with this one?
extension, they don't bite, my G.
Dead.
It's not everyday tricep dip lateral, but sometimes just extend your leg. Because you go to a machine and you be doing this, pressing it down, pressing it down. You know what's that guy's name? That one that's big on the top and tiny on the bottom. Is it Johnny Bravo?
Yeah.
No. Let
You
me tell
guys
you
are not feeling
something.
the Johnny Bravo
No,
build?
every time there's this guy's at my gym, yeah, especially this particular one. He go
So
and do a full body.
you've been checking out guys at your gym.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yes. When I see a guy on a leg machine, I'm like, yes, don't skip leg day. Please. We love a guy who does a squat.
Mm.
Yes.
I wonder why.
Wonder why. I don't even know what you're wondering, but let's just hope that God is involved. Anyway, so that's my tip for you guys. Because I'm a
Okay.
lady, I'm a babe who does upper body and lower body. Because I know a lot of girls shy away from doing upper body. But the girls at my gym, thank God, we love a shoulder press. Yeah? And we love a bicep curl. I love it for my girls. So guys, please, don't skip leg day. 5 days of upper body, and then you walk home and think that you've done leg day. No. Please, new garments.
What, new garment for gym? New garment for your gym routine. Rah.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
that was we didn't even cover our week because I'm so sorry. That
Yeah.
was
I think we'll just go to the unfiltered questions of the week. So, guys, we started posting questions on our Instagram, and you all replied. And yeah, we're gonna read them out and see how your mind works. See if we see which of us is closer to our audience in terms of mindset.
ah.
Well, yeah, Van, what's the unfiltered question, and what did people have to say?
So our banter and belief people, we love you, and we asked you a question, and we said, be honest. Do you still check your ex's page, or are you healed for real? We got some responses.
Go for it.
Someone said, "Lol, out of sight, out of mind."
Out of sight, out of wait. So do people really just know how to like completely like
They said you're dead to me.
burn bridges?
I don't know you. Why are you talking to your ex?
Well, I don't talk to all my exes. Some are
Mm.
kind of like they're now maybe like level of acquaintance. Some, I
Mm.
think only one actually.
I mean, to be honest, I can't like get it because this person, people always forget that when someone's your ex, especially if you guys had a very good relationship, they're also your friend. So you're
Yeah,
losing
if there
two
was a level
people.
of friendship there,
I can't lie.
out of mind, that feels harsh to me. I mean,
I
obviously, if it's someone that did you dirty, I mean, like,
exactly. I
I
think, to
get
be
it.
honest, I think I'm like, for example, I'm not inviting an ex to my wedding,
Oh
but
yeah.
I will, if they called me and asked for
Ooh,
help, I would help them. No,
ooh,
mm-mm.
Under what circumstances
I
can you
don't
invite
think
an ex to your wedding?
no, I don't think anybody who was at some point a prospective spouse should ever be at your wedding. I don't care if they're now one of your closest friends. You shouldn't even be closest friends with your ex. I don't think anyone should be in a position where they see who they should have been.
Oh, so is it for them or is it for you?
For both of you, I don't think. Okay, can I ask a question? Do you have an ex that at some point, once in your life, you pictured in a white dress standing across from you with a preacher in between you guys?
Yeah, because I go into relationship with the mindset of marriage.
Perfect. Now you think you like in that moment when you're standing before your about to be wife, no one should cross your mind. You should not be able to look into the crowd and see someone who should have been standing there. No,
Mm, okay, fair enough.
I think it's inappropriate. It doesn't mean you hate them. They should not be at your wedding. They should not be at your wedding.
Fair enough.
There was a guy who named his child his ex's name, by the way. So people are moving mad in these streets. So anyway, there are levels to it. So, but out of sight, out of mind, I understand it. I think that some people just want a clean break. Like there's some people like have been friends with somebody and you're no longer friends with them and then they didn't do you dirty. You're just in different places. So why is the ex different? I just feel like the reason that a lot of people kind of frown upon the whole ex situation, I don't think is because just because they're your ex, but it's because you guys have an inappropriate relationship. That's the problem. So because they would rather like, you know what, this person should not be around. Now some people that are friends with their ex and then they eventually get back together. That one I even think is cute because you guys looked around in the streets and found out that we belong together. That one I like. I could
We
get behind that one.
belong together,
So I get that, but at the end of the day, out of sight, out of mind.
baby.
Because some people they went to go and date Delilah or date Absalom
We
and
should
be like,
be happy together forever. You and that note was struggling, but we thank God.
this is trying to redeem yourself from the scale.
Girl, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. Oh, boys to men, each time I try. I know I changed the key, no man. I just wake up, lay in my head, girl, I'd rather be there. Hey, they used to write lyrics, so you rather be dead. God for God for I never marry you, I'd rather be dead. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Okay, do we have anyone else?
We have another one. So someone said, "Chai, if I start crying face," and I know the person.
Dead. Wait, does that mean that they do check?
Apparently,
Oh. See, I can't lie, yeah. If you're not in a relationship, I think you can keep tabs. Once in a while, check the Instagram. That's if you guys are not on speaking time at all. Once in a while, just check the Instagram. If you guys like are okay saying hello from time to time, like a story, like a picture, send a reply.
I know someone in my life who is very, very close to me. This person treats their exes like a plague.
Wow, that's
I
a
have
bit.
known this person for 12 years.
That's a bit.
This person has never
Is that not a
kept
bit?
in touch with an ex in their life. We stopped dating each other, whether we dated each other for 3 years, 2 months, 1 week.
That's
They
that's a
block
bit.
them everywhere. I don't even want to know if you're dead or alive. I don't want to know if you're thriving without me. I did you dirty, you did me dirty. I don't give a toss. Bye. I'm not joking.
Hmm.
Ex. We don't even say the person's name when we're talking about them. I'm not joking. And
That's
because
a
of that, this
bit.
person is able to seamlessly move on to another relationship. And there is
Does it
never an
wait?
ex problem.
But it doesn't mean you cannot move on, though.
I'm sorry, but why, like, the truth of the matter is, you guys know why you snoop around your ex's page. It's because you want to see if they're doing how they're doing without you. Some
No,
of you
what if
want
you
them
just
to
have
some of you want them to be flatlined, all right? Some of you want them to be like hopeless without you. Some
what?
of you
But
want
what?
them to be, you know,
That's a. I don't
it's
know if that's the. But what if you have What's
I
that
mean
thing?
some
Like
people
you're not
have,
good at detaching. What if that's what you have?
yeah, but you have to understand why you guys broke up in the first place. You know what's so interesting about the whole ex situation is? They're your ex because you guys broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you guys break up? Now, the truth of the
Yeah,
matter is,
but
I'm not
even if you
saying
break
that
up,
you
you
can't be
can.
civil with your ex. You know, the funny thing is, I don't believe in burning bridges, except the person moved really crazy. I don't think you
Mm,
need to burn bridges with them. However, if you guys like, some people, I know some people who have dated and said, you know what, we're actually better off as friends. That I respect.
mm.
That I respect.
Yeah, but
But
even that one is also like, especially if you have seen each other's pants.
uh,
I think that's actually what makes it more complicated. And this is
of
why
course,
people should,
and that's why you guys need to.
let's move on. Anybody else reply?
No, but I want to see. This is
I had one reply, but it was too close to home.
okay.
And the person said, yeah, they do like they and their ex talks, like maybe they'll have like a catch up. Like just like you might say a story and you reply, hey, you okay? And then they have a little chat, like, yeah, I've been well, da, 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 da. And that's like maybe once every couple of months. Which I found interesting because before entering a relationship, I think depending on the type of friend, it's okay. Type of ex, but if you're in a relationship, I think there has to be some like boundary there. You know.
If you have seen each other naked, yeah. All I know is I'm not a hypocrite. I will not do what I don't want done to me. So
Mm, mm, mm.
exes are a no, in my
That
opinion.
you see that line is how I think people should actually one of the things people should put at the forefront of being in a relationship. Don't treat the person the way you don't want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask for things that you are not willing to like do or offer. You're asking for like respect me as a man, but you're not going to respect the woman as just a human being. Even, oh, I want you to cook every day for me, but you're never gonna make breakfast in bed. You're never gonna cook if she's tired. You're never gonna,
Nice.
you know,
That is just selfish, and that's just
like,
wrong. That's just
so,
wrong.
or even for the ladies, gift me and buy me stuff, but you lot
Can we
aren't
start?
doing anything.
Can we start gifting our guys? I do that even to my guy friends, to my lady friends. Like
Yes,
gifts.
Van gave me a perfume the other day, guys. Like, and I was running out of perfumes though, because I don't really buy perfumes. Oh my days, went to Harrods when we went to renew the passport. Tried the Amouage.
Let me tell you something about that perfume. It's expensive, but that thing turns heads.
Fam, I left this thing in the pocket, right? I went to the
Mm,
shop this week. A week later, I can still perceive it on the. When they told me there were two, there was I think one is a new one, Lustic is
mm,
what they call it, and the other one is the Reflection
mm.
Men one. Me and my mom did the rustic one, and we were like, oh, my dad would really like this. When we gave him the thing, we took it home, he perceived the the scent card thing. I was like, oh yeah, I really like this. We were like, yeah. And I was like, how much? I kept quiet. We were like 300. So, how people didn't buy it? They were like, no, 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 no. But we know it's like, and that's me. I wouldn't spend that money, but I can buy it for someone, but I won't spend it on me. I was talking about
That's
this
the issue.
about how we
That's
gift.
the perfume I
Yeah.
told you I bought my uncle.
Is that the one?
Yeah, and
Oh.
my mom was like, "Yeah, what?" I said, first of all, Your brother
So
is
if anyone wants to
whatever. Like,
bless us, any
please, I'm
of those
taking
amouage,
perfume.
any of those amouage,
I want
run
Baccarat
it.
Rouge 540. Thank you.
Give me amouage reflection. Is it reflection? The men's one and lustic, something like that. It's in like this
Nah,
nice
that
cute
Amage
bottle.
one. When I saw the price, I said, to be honest, when you ask a commissioner, sir, what can I buy for you when I'm coming? And he gives you what he gives you what. I said, yeah. I said, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Yeah.
reflection. The one I got him was the oh god.
But
Yeah.
again, and I know we've touched, guys. We spoke about the whole like spectrum stuff earlier. Go check out the episode with the therapist. I think that would help as well. And we're talking about perfumes. We have a whole episode talking about bad gifts and expensive perfumes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go check that out. But if anyone wants to gift me,
Wow, the reflection exceptional extra is 100 mils, 425.
yeah, just give me the money.
If
Just
I
give me
tell if I tell you people how much my mortgage
the.
is monthly, yeah.
Oh, like that one time I went to. I tried to go to Obi's house when got to this thing. Who asked you to go and do deeper voice, bit of an accent, I was like, hi, good evening. I tried calling earlier to book a table. Da, 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 da. The way the girl, like, shoulder head up, shoulder down, was more like, and she picked up her this thing. Hi, sir. Yeah, the thing we have right now is 1M, but it covers everything, like 8 people, drinks, food, da, 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 da.
Well, that's not bad, you know.
Wait, it's not this current exchange rate. So,
Oh, to be
yeah, we're
fair,
talking
yeah.
about 2023 before we started hitting the 1,000 in the exchange rate. My brain went mortgage, 2 months mortgage. I was like, I'll
Papa.
get back to you. I did not get back to her because there's no way you're asking me to give you 2 months of my mortgage. So yeah, there are just certain things that you shouldn't be splashing the cash on. So I think what I'll have to be doing when I'm wealthy is gifting my sisters and my wife money. So in turn they can gift me back things I like but I wouldn't buy for myself.
Okay.
So like I won't go and buy £300 perfume or a 5K watch. But give them the money and over time they have enough money to buy me things I want.
Fair.
So yeah.
What was our topic for today? Because the way we've just been talking.
I don't even know. Well, we had a topic, but I feel like if we start now, then the
I mean,
episode might.
we could touch on it a bit. We could
Well,
touch on
first
it a
of
bit.
all, is it International Women's Month or International Women's Day?
Yeah,
Is it?
it's Women's Month. It's Women's Month.
And of course, Nigerian men decided to show themselves. Nigerian men decided to show themselves. My friend shared on her story. She was like, "There's nothing Nigeria is doing to even move the needle forward
Mm.
one bit." But when it comes to women issues and Olosho issues,
Mm.
we are there because last time it was the Burna Boy and the Lambo, which was so
Ah.
embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As a
Ah.
man, I just have to say, all the guys who are proud of Burna Boy, as a man, I don't get it. When did not fulfilling your word become the standard? When did not First of all, also Nigerians have terrible listening skills because she says she's planning to get one. She didn't say you should buy me one. Then you opened your mouth and said, I will get you one. Right?
Only to
Whatever the
disappoint
adults,
her.
whatever they did after or did not do, not my concern. But then you come out and start singing. You put your camera on.
Let me tell you
Like
something. Anyone who's ever dated that man, you've just
you
shown us what you
fam.
dated. Because let me tell you something. I have brothers. In fact, most of my family are men. If
You
I
put your
see
camera
my
on
brother
and you start
go
singing,
online,
I buy
is
you
that why you shout?
shouting, oh, I'm like,
Ah,
nigga. Look, we grew up with men who I'm,
flex. Like, do you know what a
I'm
flex? Oh,
okay. I'm gonna try and kill two birds with one stone here, right? First, Nigeria. I said this before. Check the pinned post on TikTok. Go watch the episode. Go listen to the episode. I said it before. Nigerian men don't marry their wives. They, what do you call it? They hire them, and that should also tell you Nigerian men in general don't really like women. I'm just going to put it out there. They
B.
don't really like
Let
women.
me. Can I pray for you?
Wait, I'll lose
Wherever
my train
you
of thought.
are, God will bless you and give you long life. Carry on.
Army,
Nigerian men don't.
don't.
No.
And before, some of my
Man.
female friends said this, and I was like, it's an exaggeration because as a
Okay.
human being, I'm sure they like you. But the more I'm seeing, the more I'm like, mm. And yeah, a couple of reasons. One main reason I think why Nigerian men don't like women and why this Burna Boy thing and a lot of Nigerian men were like, oh my days, we had a gotcha moment. Like, we got one over you. Hey, there's why. Growing up, intentionally, not intentionally, Nigerian boys were taught that you were in control. You would be in control of
Mm.
everything, including the women. You can have as many as you want. Poor, rich, the poor uncle who had a wife at home cooking was at the bear parlor tapping a young girl's ass. Fine. So the Nigerian, they said, oh, when we grow up, we are going to have that. Even the women who were married and doing well would hide their stuff
Mm.
so that the man does not look less than. So the boys were not getting the idea that, oh, my mom can stand on her own 2 feet or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Now that
Shout
guy
out to
gets
my
to
mom,
secondary
man.
school, maybe SS2, SS3. In Nigeria, a fine girl can get 50K for just being fine. A man can be driving fine, but a man can be driving past. Fine girl gives her 50K. So now that boy around that age is vexed because it means if I want you, I need to have money as well. So he's vexed, right? So he's like, when I have money, I'm going to get any girl I want. They graduate from uni. Unfortunately, for Nigerian men, Nigerian women are more resourceful than Nigerian men. Although they don't get all the funding because, still the world we live in tech and other spaces. But Nigerian women will graduate, get a job, and have a side business. But the Nigerian guy around our age, let's say mid 20s to early 30s, are probably struggling to hold down a job, and now they feel like they need this money to pull these women in. But now they can't use any amount of money because women now have their own financial stability.
Mm.
So they are not heavily dependent on the Nigerian men anymore. So when the Nigerian men are vexed because what they were promised as a kid, they can't have it. They can't. So now, when they have a chance to be like, gotcha. Oh, I took her home and I didn't give her anything. Oh, I can come out and say I paid for the sex. Oh, I can tell her like, oh, I was going to buy you a Lambo, but I didn't because why should I buy you a Lambo to sleep with you? Da, 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 da. So they have a gotcha moment. And that made me realize Nigerian men don't like you guys.
So bloody embarrassing.
Like, I don't like you guys. But the way I was so embarrassed because those poor men, those rich uncles, you know what their flex was? Everything you are wearing head to toe.
I bought it.
Now me do am.
Oh, what happened? Let me.
Your school fees was me. Those were the flex. Our uncles. And I know we are hyping bad behavior. But let's look at it through the lens. The point we're trying to make is those men flex was everything. And yeah, it partly, it was also part of the way the economy was set up and Nigerian women had to be financially dependent on men. We get it. But now the men want to say, yeah, if I can get one over you, that's the flex. I'm like, guys, come on. What are we doing?
Can I
What
actually
happened to the days of anyway?
can I actually give another angle to this?
Mm.
First of all, that guy, I don't like you. But I was embarrassed, and if anyone knows me, I don't like secondhand embarrassment. If I'm embarrassed, let me be embarrassed because of what I did. I was so disgusted because I thought to myself, this is what I say when people don't deal with their inner insecurities before they achieve their dreams. Because he is so insecure. His ego is so fragile, right? He hasn't dealt with his inner self. You are a Grammy Awards,
Grammy
Madison
Award
Square
winning.
Garden selling out,
A girl
O2
did not
selling
text you,
out.
or you blocked the girl because she didn't, and then you still chased after her. I mean, nigga,
Like,
come on,
I'm so
bro. What we
sorry, but the
doing?
level that you're on, when you're selling out Madison Square Garden,
You're dating Chloe. Well, maybe they were not dating
I'm
then.
so
But
I don't look.
actually, no, she referenced one Chloe babe. Chloe, even oh my God, Chloe.
Even
A
Chloe
whole
Chop.
Beyonce Chloe. They're calling you
No,
one Chloe babe.
let's put Beyonce aside. Chloe is Chloe. They said that Chloe girl. Do you know if Chloe knows what that means in the Nigerian context? They called you trash. Chloe, they said you're trash. That's what they
Like,
said. And a
my
man made them
girl.
say that to you. With all your money, with all your billions, with all your African giantness,
African giantness, you
they're
know.
discussing you on a voice note like they're playing Ludo. Like they're playing what? They're now talking about you. You now thought you now set ring lights. Now take your phone.
Fam. Like
Hey!
when you're picturing it, it's just like,
I was so embarrassed.
guy.
I'm sorry, but do you know what Davido would have done if that happened to him? Because he's so petty.
He will send
He'll buy
it.
that thing and send it to your house. If
And
like
no, that
David
was, I'm
Adeleke.
sorry.
David Adeleke. Do you know
Manos Davido
Davido
even.
would never. Do you know he would never set ring lights
Wait,
to
wait.
address.
Do you know what I hate in all this? Is that the way we are discussing it is like we're condoning bad behavior.
I know, but even within bad behavior, you get where you guys sit now.
Guys. What happened? And if you don't have it, don't talk, don't promise, don't say anything.
What you are saying is that you don't have Lambo money.
You know, don't say anything. Don't take girls out that you know they demand a certain lifestyle. Don't take girls out who already has a lifestyle that they pay for and maintain by themselves. And you cannot. Then you will now be saying, this girl does not love me, or you want her to change her ways. Guys, yeah, I'm a believer in, like, it doesn't matter the finances, whatnot. You can actually, if two of you respect each other, you can love each other no matter what. But if you know you are going to be insecure, listen. Oh, I was about to expose myself again. Thank God for media training. Hey, I passed my media training today. But yeah,
Let's see how long that lasts.
Look, men, I'm saying sometimes buy a flower without expecting anything. Go on a date without expecting the sex. You know, like, you'll be surprised how much women actually would appreciate you more for that.
And like you. Do you realize that?
And actually like you more.
Like, people always feel, like, it's not that women are easy.
Buy a little gift.
But do you know when someone
expecting.
randomly gives you a gift? It's not your birthday, it's not Valentine's Day, it's not Christmas.
Like,
he just said, do you know, I went to this shop and I remember that you like red velvet cakes. So I bought you a box of 4 from like Lola's Cupcakes or something.
Fam, you can go to our house without expecting sex.
Go and watch TV
It's
and
allowed.
go home.
It's allowed,
It's
guys.
okay. Like, it doesn't have to be transactional. And let me tell you something about women. Yeah? Let me tell you something about women. What it does to our mood and what you get from that mood will blow your mind.
Well, yeah.
If you make a woman happy, have you ever seen a woman pray for a man before? If you give a woman peace of mind, do you know that you will want for nothing? There is a reason why a lot of women are breadwinners and you don't know. Not because, oh, the man is a deadbeat and they're just trying to save face, but because he's such a kind man
Mm.
that they see it as an opportunity to cover him. Like they want to. Like they want to take care of you. Like they want to because you're a good person. You're a good man. You with all your accolades and odoguness. You now set your ring lights.
That
And you
is
take
that
your
part
phone.
that,
And you know the funny thing is, he now recorded it. He now posted it.
and then he
So you know,
performed it somewhere else.
and you performed it on stage in front of a crowd, and the crowd too were singing is
And of course, no, but
shout.
of course, the Nigerian men. That's why I'm saying for the Nigerian men, that probably felt like a
Shame
win. It felt like
on.
a we got one over the women. Yeah. So
Do you know if I
how
was
did they
if,
call it? Salty boys up, city boys up.
do you know if I was
Hey.
any of his exes, I would be so pained. Like now people know that this is what I did. Now
Right.
people know this is what I condoned. I let this man touch me. I will be so
You let him see
ashamed.
your pants.
I let him see my underwear. Oh,
Gosh.
God. Honestly, guys, this is why I'm saying that men will stain your white. Because at the end of the day, it was Chloe they called that one over there. It was Zizi Sophia or whatever that they're talking about. Oh, so this is how she gets her money. It was Amma. In all this situation, go on.
Although, I think I have a what do you call it, conspiracy theory about the Sophia and Burna Boy thing.
Oh, you think it was she leaked it on purpose
I think she leaked it
and
on
they planned
purpose.
it.
Cause
Did you see the
her
snaps of them
followers
saying that they were in the same room? Her and the girl that supposedly had the
at
beef with.
I don't know about
Oh,
that
I
part.
saw that one as well. I saw the
I
pictures.
didn't follow but just from like my thought process of not trusting the internet anymore. I think Sophia and Burna Boy might have planned this because all press is no press. So she was known to be the mysterious babe. No one really knew who she was, blah, 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 or how she does what she does, all that type of stuff. And maybe Burna Boy needed press to release a new song to create some hype. Her followers have like doubled, 100K plus more. And then she did a video introducing the Lambo truck. Burna Boy gets a song out of it. I don't put anything past the internet
I don't put
nowadays.
anything past the internet, but knowing who he is,
It is possible.
it's possible. But
I don't put anything past them.
Anyway, I try to know that you're embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
But it was embarrassing.
Ew. Oh.
Do you think like
Ugh.
I know the answer to this, but so maybe it's to everybody.
Mhm.
Would you allow yourself to go through bad press or shame in order to achieve something?
Never.
Because let's be honest, sometimes when I think about social media, right, and blowing up on social media, I think you have to be okay with a certain level of like embarrassing moments, shame and all that type of stuff. Like you can't be someone that's like, oh, I'm not ready to be ashamed or something. I think you have to give some of that up for you to get social
I
media
think you have to
success.
be shameless. What
Shameless, that's the
I
word.
wouldn't do is actively plan it. So like a publicity stunt, I would never do that. Why? Because what people always fail to understand is that as much as you can plan a publicity stunt, you can never fully predict how it's going to pan out. All
Yeah.
right? So for example, the whole Will Smith versus Chris Rock thing. If that was a publicity stunt, for example, it backfired. Yeah?
Heavily.
Why? Because till today, people always forget that he won the Best Actor Oscar. That is in the acting world. In the acting world, that is the highest award you could receive. People forget that he won that night, right? So
And a lot of black
publicity
people also
stunt,
won that night. Quest
exactly,
Crew
and it
won,
kind of
yeah.
threw a cloud over everyone's achievement. Publicity stunt or not, that was a shambles, right? It was rubbish. So my thing is, if this whole situation means that people now maybe call you a runs girl, but
I have a suspicion that it might also be Nepo baby money, and we
it
just
could,
don't know.
yeah. But guess what? Either way, we're not talking about anything respectful when it comes to you. Your digital footprint is a mess. Do you
Because
know
I'm
what you're
sorry,
going to have to
I
do
don't
in
think
your life
Ron's
to
girl money
claim
is
this?
I don't think Ron's girl money is getting you into the McLaren paddock in F1. It has to be more than that.
Honeybun.
You are either smuggling something or you're doing more than which Nigerian man is
Oh,
doing Ron's girl money to
I'm
get,
so
except
sorry,
if you
but
are
what
like
do you
an
think Ron's
international
girl?
escort.
What do you think Ron's girl is? Do you know that in Nigeria people see Ron's girls as, oh, one chief just calls you for the night. They're flying you to Dubai and they're putting you on what's it called, on a list, and you're a delegate. I'm so sorry, but it's not. I'm not talking about.
Okay,
I'm not talking about the ones. I'm not talking about the ones
we
that.
are,
Oh, I'm not.
you know,
I didn't call anyone's name, by the way. I'm just saying that what I'm trying to say is a lot of these girls, the lifestyle that they're living right now, they're not. No one. They're not going with people like in their 70s and 80s to get 2 million naira or 5 million naira or £10,000. These girls are raking it in. So they're not going here. Oh, you think they're just going to have
maybe I
their
need
name smeared
to
for $20,000?
see.
Excuse me.
Van, the other day I heard just about how like one community on Twitter
Mm.
was fighting, and it's because the person who started the community was getting ad money but was not even putting it
Oh,
into the
I've left that
community.
community, by the way.
And what was it called? And then I'm hearing the figures that are flying around. And like, Van, there's money in this world though. Because of small integrity where we want to maintain. Van. Because of small integrity. I will start praying like Temi song. God, now your name. Now your
If you do not come to my
if you-
aid, they will disgrace
because
me, and your family name is at risk.
because
Your family name is at
God
risk.
could they do process and maturing through the trial and tribulation. Okay,
Like
fair enough.
Tumisa said.
We're seeing Hallelujah Challenge now, for example. And I think that's a good visible representation of how God works at times. That's why with timing and season, right? Because I still vividly remember this man in a singlet in his house when I
Yes,
stumbled
same.
onto the live. The light was dimmed low.
Dim. The wall was like dark brown.
Yeah, brown. Oh my God, So that's the first time. Didn't really pay much attention, didn't think about it. I'm sure at that time when he was doing it, he cannot foresee all of this. We now, when we pray, we are foreseeing all of it. We are like, God, show me. I'm telling God, this is the dominion and everything. This is everything, right? But God still wants us to do that. But then you're seeing the people who are just wrecking in there. And I'm like, God, oh God.
If not for self-esteem, if not for pride, because
See,
my nightmare is for anyone to Google my name and rubbish comes up. Jesus,
fine.
that's what me. I'm a sue.
I was even reading.
I will sue. Okay, to clear my name.
I was even reading the book of like Daniel, and I was like, oh, so they even needed 3 years to first prep to even be like in the king, working for the king. And I think sometimes we forget that. For example, I told you like an idea I had, the diaspora idea. And I remember you saying to me like, oh yeah, so like in 3 years. And I was like, oh shit, this is not a tomorrow thing. This is
no.
This is not I get 100K my account tomorrow and then free.
I think we have an Instagram generation. And I was thinking about something. I said what I said episode where FK was talking about how she was talking to a guy and saying, oh, she's been doing this for 2 years and blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, only 2 years? Oh, are you expecting?
Yeah, and he was like, we've been doing this for 10.
It.
Or how people look at their podcasts now and say, oh, you should have been doing more. And they're like, we've been doing this for like
they're in the 7th
8
year. Because I've been listening for like 5.5 years. So and I didn't even start listening at the start.
Yeah.
So I'm here like, don't despise the days of humble beginnings, or like, for real. Wow. Anyway, let's be knowing who we're dating so they don't come and disgrace us on
Listen,
Tinubu's internet.
I truly believe that when you're in a relationship, you are a representation of the other person's brand. So
Facts
you
on
ought
facts.
to carry yourself, because imagine like I'm dating someone now, eh?
Mm.
And you know the type of Nigerian women, me, I like you and I love you. Me, I like you guys and I love you. Nigerian women, I love you guys, man. So imagine I'm dating a Nigerian babe. I'll now come out here and be, even doing this podcast now, I'm sure it's giving a lot of Nigerian women the ick. They might be like, oh, this boy is fine, no, but this podcast is doing,
Mm.
because it does not align with a Nigerian babe's brand. Or some Nigerian babe, anyway. So, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, you're a
see.
representation of someone's brand. So let's be on our best behavior.
Honestly, I don't want anyone to come and disgrace me. Is that not his babe? Hey!
Is that why you're shout? Is that, oh my god? That's why when people are like, well, I remember one girl that said, I can be like, if my man is dancing in the middle of a party, she can leave. Like,
I can't lie to you.
but then I
If
like dancing.
no, let me tell you something.
And
If you're
Van,
like if you're like doing in a, like a no, let me explain something to you. Future husband, I'm introverted, so don't be fooled by this podcast. Most of my friends only see me on this podcast, and maybe when they FaceTime me. I don't leave my house. I'm a homebody. I love. So I like someone who's outgoing, who will be the reason. So if B says let's go out, me, I've carried my bag, will go. I won't argue. If my friends chiching the dean, they say let's go out, I won't
Yeah.
argue. I'll come, but I will never be the one to initiate. So I want someone to drag me out. But you see that rubbish? Everyone will not go on TikTok. Ah, my old man. Hey.
So your man cannot do
No.
that on TikTok?
If my man is like one of those ones that does like all those TikTok dances,
Wait, so the guy Timmy that created the choreography cannot be your man? I don't understand. Or because he is like up there in terms of
not
we
up
know
there.
we,
So I'll give
we
you an
know
example.
that's his career. We know
I'll give you an
that's
example.
his.
You know how like people have like dance like academies and they like give tutorials and everything.
Yeah.
I love that. But the fact that a guy will set his phone
I don't.
and
I'm
he'll
sorry.
record it and then he'll
and
be
my sister
cropping it.
Me and my sister have this conversation about, and this might actually this would be a topic for another day. I might need to bring one more person in here or two more, one guy, one girl. My sister is like, men should not be doing lifestyle content if you're not a chef or like someone in finance that's giving us like financial literacy. Why are you doing day in the life? And I'm like,
oh no, but there's a guy called I think
and she was like, it's cringe.
Adrian or something. AJ taught you or something. I love his content. Let me find it. Let me give you a shout out. Because I wish guys would go on his page to know that how you must shower,
How you must shower,
how you must brush your teeth, how you must change your underwear daily.
What's going on?
Because a lot of guys don't know. I love that guy. I wish that people need to follow him because he tells you that not brushing your teeth is not his name is AJ Brown and his handle is AJ taught you. He literally says 8 tips on how to smell better as a man. Let me tell you something. That's the kind of guy content I want to see.
I just
how
want
you
to
like
say,
manscape.
I just want to say, like,
groom yourself,
the
shower.
fact that she's never had to send me that video, I'm doing something right. Amen.
I know you're fine. When you came to my house, I complimented you now. I said that you look nice.
We don't try. Shout out to all the Nigerian women who has helped me over the years.
Get a Nigerian woman in your corner and you'll be good.
Yeah. I think one of the person that made that the very beginning of when I started taking like my scent serious was Gabby. When we were in uni. Was the first person to be like, it's not like, well, you should like start wearing perfumes more or have a distinct deodorant and stuff like that. But yeah. Guys, this was more of a general chit-chat episode. But thank you for listening. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. There's comments on Spotify. There's comments on Spotify. Um,
I'm gonna reel it off, B. So basically, guys, follow us on our social media platform. All right. So we're on X or Twitter, if you
me,
don't
I'm
know.
not there. You guys can
We
chat there.
are Banter and Belief at
Okay.
Banter and Belief on X, and then we're on TikTok and Instagram as at Banter and Belief Pod.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Guys, on Spotify, you can actually leave comments. Someone left a comment.
Someone
Guys, can
left
I
a
read that comment to
comment.
you? So basically, I think it was our what episode was it, B? Do you remember?
Where we asked what is something a Nigerian uncle or auntie
Has
has
ever
said.
said to you?
Yeah.
And this person put a comment. And let me tell you something. If I had a drink, I would have spat it out. This person said, so mine, and auntie saw me and said, you're too beautiful to not be married by now. You must have Ogbanje, aka
That
water spirit.
is
Guys, I
crazy.
froze.
That is crazy.
How can you tell someone she has a water spirit because she's too beautiful to not be married? So something
That
must be wrong with
is
her for real.
crazy. To call someone an ogbanje in their face
Oh
is
God.
ridiculous.
African aunties are unhinged.
Ridiculous, fam.
And guys, by the way, that person who told me that he was worried about me because he felt like I wasn't married and he felt like I was chasing people away. You know, I said how he's a man. I was talking to my friend the other day and I forgot to mention that he's also a pastor. And I'll leave that there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
people are
so
moving in these streets. Funny. All right.
yeah. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
And share these episodes with your friends so you can bring them to our community. Because when we start
Or
community now, we don't let you guys in.
we'll let you guys in. Me, I'm nice. You see, this is Nigerian women. And we sometimes take it easy. Now, you don't tell them you will not let them in. You take it easy. Eh? Thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you on the
Yeah.
next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.